It's the meat event. Been looking forward to this one forever. It's Brian T City Ortega taking on Korean Zombie. It's a featherweight showdown. Brian Ortega's 14-1, while the Zombie's 16-5. Zombie's coming in as a slight minus 185 favorite to T City's plus 155. And it's been a little while since we've seen Brian Ortega. I mean, we remember that run in that we saw. There was the slapping incident with Jay Park after the social media drama. And this fight between Korean Zombie and T City has really been brewing for a long time, but Ortega's kind of been absent. He hasn't been fighting for quite some time now, and the last time we saw him, he was suffering a decisive loss. So it's going to be interesting to see how he rebounds in this one. Are you agreeing with the odds makers in this one? Are you leaning towards the Korean Zombie, or are you coming with T City on the comeback train? What do you think, boy?
I'm gonna have to go with Tapology odds. I really like Korean Zombie in this one, and he's been more of the active fighter. He's been looking really good lately. Brian, T City, he's been looking great until he lost to Max Holloway. Kind of showed a levels game there. Max is just so good, but T-City's a tough guy. It looks like he's had some personal, team issues. So he's been out for a couple years now, besides the surgeries and damage he took from Max. So we'll kind of see, where he's at. I just don't want to be bullish on that with all those factors. Doesn't look good comparing to Korean Zombies on this really fast train, looking good. And I think he's going to get it done, actually. I think he's going to win by TKO.
Yeah, it's like what have you done for me lately kind of thing, and we've seen Zombie just smoking fools lately, whereas Ortega's been away for a little while, right? You mentioned the damage he took to Max Holloway. I mean, that was a lot of damage. That was one of those rare stoppages where Ortega wasn't even really out on his feet. It was just an accumulation of violence, and he took a lot of shots in that fight. So I'm curious to see how he holds up against the Korean Zombie, who I think is going to be a bigger guy in there. I think he's going to be a stronger guy in there. He's an inch shorter, the Zombie, to T City, but he's going to have that reach advantage. And Korean Zombie cracks. I mean, that dude hits hard. So I'm with you on this one. You mentioned Tapology. 75% is going with the Korean Zombie. And look at all that brown. Most of them saying by KO or TKO. Ortega T City just 25%. So I'm with that. I think Korean Zombie's getting the finish in this one. Do you think that he's going to put him out with strikes, or do you think that Zombie might be a juicy meat value submission on the ground kind of thing? What do you think?
That's a tough one to say just because both these guys are like the top jujitsu practitioners like in the
Hmm.
world, one of the best. And it's going to be exciting to see them take it to the ground because we'll really see, is T City really on that Gracie next level jujitsu, or is Zombie really on that next level Korean jujitsu? They're both very good. They might even be equal. I don't know if he'll get it done because T City's so good on the ground, but I think he'll get it standing up. I think he'll get a TKO second round.
Right on. Yeah, I agree with that. Though it wouldn't surprise me if Zombie made a statement on the ground where we all know T City is an absolute powerhouse. So this is a sick meat event. We've been waiting forever. We're both going with the Korean Zombie in this one. Grill that subscribe button before you leave, meat boys.